Here we go. Welcome to Disco Elysium Let's Play Episode 5. Continue on where we left off. Hopefully we can get the boots tonight. I think we're going to finish up with Kim Katsuragi. And once he leaves, we can go and try to take those boots off of the corpse. I thought I'd say those words, but there it is. Welcome to the stream, Robert. Nice to have you here. All right. Yeah, you know what? Let's just talk to him.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for damages yet.
You should take care of that, then.
But I don't have the money.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
Cool. He wants like what, 130 bucks or something? It's pretty steep.
Can I help you?
He arches his eyebrow. So about that money I owe.
Yes, have you got it?
I was wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement for tonight.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
Kim is about to say something. I'll let him.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However,
He adjusts his glasses.
I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Nice approach, Kim.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and
He stops mid-sentence.
I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
I don't like either one of those options. This conversation isn't going anywhere, is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay, I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
All right.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Let's go to the motor carriage.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
No worries, Esau. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. You're not late at all. I think I've been streaming for probably like 5 minutes or so. You haven't missed much. We're trying to pay back the hotel owner for the night that we stayed, plus damages, plus our tab at the bar.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage.
Look in the suspect transport enclosure.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
What do you mean confiscated them?
A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high.
So you took his spinners?
Mm-hmm. I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence.
I don't like either one of those answers. I really wish they would have the kind of stuff that's more in between. There's a lot of black and white here. I get it. I would have confiscated them too. They're mesmerizing.
That they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back.
What are those things?
There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
You said something about a pawn shop.
Yes, the Bird's Nest Roy, near the canal. We've been there. If I'm not mistaken, it should be open late.
Okay.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
Thanks, I appreciate your help. We'll take the spinners.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
So I think it was down over this way.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Well, let's do it.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens.
Let's just release it.
A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
And what day of the week is it? I know it's day 1, but I don't know what day of the week it is. Alright, let's leave. Is this the pawn shop? I think it is. It is.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
I wasn't thinking of asking him that, but let's ask it. Now that RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
All right.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored.
Interesting.
As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection. I may have something to add to it.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadow on the walls behind you.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
Electrochemistry. I wonder if I can... back out. Probably can. Let's start off with selling. There's something I'd like to sell.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
The lieutenant steps in and hands him the spinners.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump-a-mesque banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
Make it 250.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
The lieutenant explains as the pawnbroker opens the register and counts the cash.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
You didn't haggle? You just accepted the 200 bucks?
Thank you.
He takes the cash, then turns
Here's
to
the
me.
130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest goes in his pocket.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Let's check the pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Novelty check is worth nothing. Get some money from these. Postcard. I feel like we can probably sell them all. I don't want to sell off his handkerchief because I got it from him, so. Hey Dylan, welcome to the stream, man. Nice to have you here. Okay, so I think triangle is to pawn it. Cool. Kind of want to hold on to this photo. I'll pawn off that. I'll pawn off this. I'm hoping like these things don't come in handy later, but I think that's good enough. I think I want to sell that
I'm not
one.
purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
Really? Okay. I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
He barely even looks at it. Do you know what the tattoos mean?
A photic path, counter-radiance network, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter.
I don't have anything to sell at the moment.
Another time, perhaps.
You might be able to aid in our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything.
Actually, that's all I've
The
got.
pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
All right, let's back out and change our clothes and see if we can increase our electrochemistry. Hey, Ancient Oracle, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. Yes, Robert got modded in yesterday during my Binding of Isaac stream. Early Christmas present. I know I'm cheap. Okay, electrochemistry. We got +2. Let's see if there's anything that reduces our electrochemistry or if just everything is increased. No. Okay. So, in that case, where's electrochemistry? Oh, there it is. We're already at 5. You know, I'm not going to upgrade it. We'll just, we'll talk to the guy and see if we can figure it out.
Fine night. What brings you here?
How come you're still open?
The pawn shop is always open.
Roy doesn't really sleep. Cool. Okay, so we got some more information. increased our stuff. So it's actually good that we backed out and came back in. I'm glad you think so, Ancient Oracle. Alright, let's give this a shot. Is Roy high? And if yes, then what is he on?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Pyrrolidon. Pyrrolidon? What is that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Oh. I don't really like any of those, but maybe let's go. Sir, could you take off your glasses? I like to check your eyes.
Why on earth? These are prescription. I can't really see without them.
Huh. I'm often left feeling like I don't like the choices that they give me, so I'm kind of stuck picking something else. No judgment, just curious. I probably did loads of Pyrrolidon before I lost my memory.
I've had to take it. You know, since the People's Pile cleanup. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
What's that?
He's taking it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
The People's Pile, what's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance.
Why is it called the People's Pile?
Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West. Needless to say, things didn't work out.
What is a particle decay generator?
A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile.
Okay. Why did it fail?
An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
Must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment. And early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his head.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade you're a part of.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill. I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud.
Years?
Years getting sick.
Jeez Louise. How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
He shrugs. Thank you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
I think we're good. Okay, so it said 2 a.m. everybody's asleep, 9 p.m. most people pack it in. Yeah, like this guy's gone already. Because it's after 9.
Can I help you?
So about that money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
I have your money.
Well?
Here's the money. Slam the bills down on the counter. I hope you choke on it. Here it is. Sorry for the trouble. I think I'm just gonna give him the money. I'm not gonna apologize. And I'm not gonna tell him to choke on it because I might want his help later on. Let's just give him the money.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
Alright.
I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m.
Okay.
Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
Alright, fair enough.
I'll take a room here too.
He opens his wallet.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
No, I think that's good. Goodbye. Actually, can we show him the photo of the body and see if he knows anything? Let's try
Another
that.
thing. Great. I love those.
Okay, no, it doesn't give us
Yes.
that option. Alright, let's go. Alright, are we done? Kim? You gonna go to bed now? So I
Yes.
can go steal some boots? Alright. Does it tell us anywhere what day of the week it is? Oh, hold on. Okay, so it's in 2 days. So, okay. That's alright. Do I have the crowbar? No, I don't. Got chain cutters, but I need a crowbar, I think, to break into that secret passage. Okay. Yeah, let's pack it in for the night. Or at least make it seem like we're packing it in for the night so that we can get those boots. Oh, what is this? 29 and 28%? What does that mean? Oh, it's temporary. So does that mean I want to stop it? I don't know. Yeah, maybe let's stop. And stop. So I think maybe those get used up. Oh, okay. Okay, I think we're good. I think I'm learning stuff here. Hey 97, welcome to the stream, nice to have you here. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. Let's take some change left behind. Hopefully that wasn't a tip that somebody left for...
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Alright, let's go.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then...
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
So what are our powers exactly, the RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Rebachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Wait, how can you be sure the arrestee will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
I see, and if someone resists?
We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal.
Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes. The last time was 4 years ago.
Wow.
He has internalized it well. It's just that. A fact. A self-contained past event.
What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Courron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
And who makes all these rules?
The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly.
Moral intern.
The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that just went dark.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
I'm not going to reply to it.
Silence. A great comment to such a conundrum.
I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
Hey McSaucy, welcome to the stream, man. Nice to have you here. Yes, I changed my icon for Christmas time. Decided to do something more festive in the spirit of the season. Right then, the debrief. Return to it.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
I want to know about this Moral Intern. The Moral Intern, what is it?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
I really don't know. That's how bad it is in here. Point to my head.
Okay. There are a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
They run the Insane Clown Posse? What? What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
What do they believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
What is their... Okay, actually, who was Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
Alright, what is their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory.
Love, compassion, self-discipline. That's a pretty good motto. Thank you very much, Dylan. Merry Trumpmas to you as well.
Something even a little feminine, but in a strict manner.
I have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
Things are bad out there. We need them here, giving us the right to police Revachol.
In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Once again, I'm kind of left not wanting to pick any of these. So I'm trying to decide which one is closest to what I feel or least against what I think. Actually, Vigilantes is okay with me.
Then you will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, Vigilantes is precisely what we are. Personally, I don't enjoy it much.
He looks at the roundabout.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over.
How do you think today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. Our inspection could have been more thorough, as it always can, but we have some leads we can follow up on. Then you shot him in the chest, which wasn't ideal, but we did manage to get him down from the tree. So as they say, all's well that ends well.
I admit, I'm a little out of practice.
Being sober also tends to help with precision. Anyway, we performed a field autopsy on the victim. We found some things we can really work with.
You're saying I'm not sober?
I still feel like we're missing something. But we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great. Now, as for interviews, my list of people to talk to here in Martinez, I mean.
He takes a deep drag and looks at the city. The initial interviews, yes. Well, we talked to some people.
Including Evrard Claire, a daunting adversary, if there ever was one. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however.
I'm a little intimidated by him, honestly. He has stuff on me.
Well, we will have to work through that. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
Were we running? I didn't think we were running. We were just walking from one place to another.
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
Hey Shadow, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. thinking either 1 or 4. I don't know why I do the things I do, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age, and in those hills.
He nods thoughtfully, tapping his finger on his cigarette.
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
He looks at your snakeskin shoes and smiles, suddenly. I'm gonna say nothing and just look into the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsuragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky. 2 glowing circles.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, you know. It's different in land, in Jamrock, in the GRIH.
He pulls on the cigarette. Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. It's like I told you, this place is an orphan, fallen between the cracks.
Sounds more like a no-go zone. And in Jamrock and the GRIH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are. But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Let me see. I actually kind of like all 3 of them this time. Okay, let's see. What did he last say? It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... He shakes his head. But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate. I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here, at least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
All right. Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
He puts out the stub on his cigarette and looks to the door.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
That's me, Mr. Reasonable. Someone's got to keep it sane around here.
The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you, it's time. to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
First, where is the Kingdom of Conscience?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
How do you bring about those circumstances?
Incrementally.
Huh. Interesting.
Yawn. You'd get there faster with a little speed. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
Sounds good. Okay, but what's the Kingdom of Conscience actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual. Damn, I don't know. I like the sound of it originally, but then when he described it as that... You know what? Sounds incredible. Alonzi. Let's go there right now. Is that my final answer? I don't know if it's my final answer. I feel torn in this game very often. Yeah, let's do it. Sounds incredible. Alonzi, let's go there right now. Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
Alright, then let's get there eventually.
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Sure. Why is he still following me? Jeez. Leave me alone, Kim. Sleeping heals all my health and morale. That's good to know. See you in the morning.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
No time to rest yet.
The window stands broken in its frame.
Let's
Cold
look out
wind
again.
blows in.
Or is it the same? No, it's going to be the same. Let's close my door. There's a bottle like right in front of me. Why can't I pick it up?
The fan stands still.
There's something else. Is it another bottle? It's another bottle. All right.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Let's dig deep into our mind to locate the source of the expression. We can always redo it.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Oh, we need to put the tool in our hand. Okay, let's try that. See what happens when we grab the chain cutters. So we'll equip that. Back out. Let's try it again.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Just try it.
The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
All right. Let the mirror be for now. Let's see. We want to... Let's put that away and grab the flashlight. Because that'll help us get the boots off, I think. I reckon. Revacholian nationhood. They effed up this place. Revachol is in ruins. The Koikos and the Kipts and the Armatures with their desert pygmy magic spinning tops. They've effed it. Oranges, whatever. Okay. I don't know if it's good to have these things going or if it's a bad thing. Half light, calm water, temporary research bonus. Heartache is powerful, but democracy is subtle. Incrementally, you begin to notice a change in the weather. When it snows, the flakes are softer when they stick to your worry-worn forehead. When it rains, the rain is warmer. Democracy is coming to the administrative region. The ideals of DeLorean humanism are reinstating themselves. How can they not? These are the ideals of the Coalition and the Moralist International. Those guys are signal blue. And they're not only good, they're also powerful. What will it be like once their nuanced plans have been realized? Half-light. -2 half-light calm water. No idea what that means. Half-light. Let the body take control. Threaten people. Okay. I think I understand. So I think I want to have these things going, and once they reach 100%, I get the bonus. I don't have the bonus currently, I don't think. Or, see, this one says temporary research bonus. But then I probably get like a long-term bonus after it. So currently I would get +1 encyclopedia. So this one, if I have it triggered, it would give me -1 composure, but in the end I'll get something good from it. And this one would give me -2 half-light. But in the end, I think I get something good from it. Okay. I think I'm understanding it. So, you know what? Let's do this. And let's do this. We'll have these two going. I think that's good. Okay. I think I'm satisfied. Get those darn boots. I wonder what other issues we're going to run into. I hope the kids are gone. Let's head out the front door. Some were closed for the winter. Okay. Oh.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Rivershaw. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hat.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Humid. Your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you.
What's in the south?
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised.
What's on the other side?
The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock.
What is Jamrock?
Revachol is the capital of the world. Jamrock is the capital of Revachol. Droplets form on your eyelashes. It's home.
Why am I not there?
To be in Martinez, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution fell.
What am I doing here?
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
Look further.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
What's above?
Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
What is in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinez, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
What is down the shore?
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
And beyond that?
Coal City, end of all lines.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows.
Run my fingers through my dampened hair.
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
What's in the north?
Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar heads of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play.
And closer to here?
A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. Filthy water pools around a body. Droplets of rain slip from the dead man's cold cheeks.
What's in the east?
The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Shake my shoulders again.
You shudder, looking down at your feet. Dirty rainwater runs veins into the plaza's snow. 2 green snakeskin shoes stand at attention on the mosaic paving of the plaza.
What's below?
Collapsed storm drains, old sewage systems flooded with rainwater. Hidden weapon caches from the Revolution. Doors leading down to Leroyan. The catacombs to which, for 3 centuries, they delivered the blue-blooded dead.
Mofo.
These spring thaw will not last. The winter will return to Revachol.
What are you still doing here? The hell's up with these kids?
Fuck does Kuno care?
Let's talk about your shack again.
The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Figure out what's going on with this kid.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Kuno. City of Rage, Night City. What's going on there? I'm intrigued.
No!
The evil shit behind the fence hacks like she's coughing up a furball.
You told him about it and now he knows your name! The city's not fucking lame. You are lame. Kuno's tired of defending Rage City from... Just fuck off, alright? And fuck you too, putting Kuno on the spot like that. Kuno doesn't need to fucking explain his shit. Kuno's king. He rules here. Fuck did you want?
Jesus, kid is obnoxious.
Explain himself, as if explaining some kind of work, some kind of avant-garde work way ahead of its time.
I'm intrigued.
You must get to the bottom of this one of these days. Sadly, it's unlikely to happen today.
Clown is putting it lightly, man.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Can't believe you didn't take the shot. Fucking coward. Waved a gun like a clown. Next time you point that shit at me, you better take the shot.
I wish there was an option. So I guess I have to come back at 2 a.m. That's when the kids will be gone. What the hell are they doing, like, the whole day there? It's kind of ridiculous. How the heck did I get back there again?
Trying to sneak up on me again? Trying to snuff me out? Get away, pig!
I guess not. Another splattering of bullet holes on this wall. What's this again?
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
I'm gonna press my ear against the door.
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Do I want to be knocking on somebody's door at 11:16 at night? I think I want to do it during the day. I'm going to come back during the day and knock. I just don't feel right doing that at night.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Okay, let's see if we can increase our conceptualization. Already have 1 + 1 for conceptualization. Let's see if there's something that's reducing it. Don't think there is, though. Yeah, I got the +1 for the white satin shirt. Kind of feel like I want to increase it. Let's level it up. Let's just do 1 level. I'm cool with that.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Because this is no ordinary wall. It is sublime. Look at it. The shadows, the colors.
Let the conceptual joy flow into your pupils and blossom into thoughts in your brain.
All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft, color peeled from the very face of God.
More.
O Wallfather.
Yes, I must paint this wall. Add to it. Let's get a task.
Absolutely. Now you just need the materials. Cindy the Skull has a paintbrush and paint. Talk to her.
Cindy the Skull has what I need. Which one is Cindy the Skull? Cindy the Skull. That sounds so familiar.
Yes, great thinking. Go talk to her. The wall will be waiting.
Leave. All right. Cindy the Skull, Cindy the Skull. All right, well, I guess we go inside. I wonder if... Like, I kind of want to go to sleep and wake up in 2 hours. But I don't want it to, like, not give me a choice. And then I miss my opportunity to get the boots. Because I definitely don't want to try to steal the boots in front of the kids. It's all about money, you know?
The worker is in a deep slumber.
What we could potentially do to pass the time is maybe get the crowbar and try to break into that locked room. Maybe we'll do that. Let's see how much time passed when we went up the stairs. Nothing. 23:19. Time's not passing for us. I don't want to go to sleep. Sorry, a little bit of back and forth here, but I really don't want to miss this opportunity because we need to get the body taken away tomorrow, so we're not going to have another night to take the boots. The vehicle's gone? Where'd the vehicle go? Damn it. I need that crowbar. Shoot. I think I may have screwed that up. I wonder if Cindy's the one that works in that one store. I think that might be Cindy. Maybe let's go back there. Although the store's probably closed down at this point in time. Yeah, it's locked. Closed for the night. Hey, what's this? I haven't seen this before.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
That's what we were saying we were seeing from the balcony. Who is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
What did this king do?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
Profligacy? Never heard that word. In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol.
I don't know what that means.
His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
I feel like a lot of this backstory just, I don't know. I feel like I know it's world building, but honestly I don't care, and I feel like it's not really part of the story, or doesn't really help what we're trying to do in the present day. How did he manage to blow through the entire National Treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
Wait, really? There's no way that's true.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays. And purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
So it's kind of like in Breaking Bad, the what's it called? The crystal meth was like the light. What was it? Light blue? Yeah, it was light blue. And so this cocaine apparently is purple. Sure. Okay, what is nose candy?
Cocaine.
This is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Okay, where is he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay.
Oh.
Thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. A group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Who restored the monument?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
It's good to have things to remind you of the past.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That's brilliant. So funny and nihilistic.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders, with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Those critics might have it wrong, though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time.
Art is in the eye of the beholder.
Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
Well, that passed 7 minutes. Oh, what's this? Hey, is that a wife beater? Nice. This lady's still up.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays. lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy grad made...
I really hope it lets me pick how long to sleep, because... I don't know. What if we... put this away? Still there.
The man is decomposing visibly now. Every hour, he looks less like a creature and more like a pile of intestines.
You know what? Let's try to remove the boots. If the kids tell Kim that we came and stole the boots, well, I guess he'll see us wearing them. You know what? Let's just try to take them off. Screw the kids.
The body is reluctant to let go of the boots, as though it were its last bit of dignity.
Whoa! Kuno's little sneak peek's back for the booty.
Yeah, fuck it to pieces for us, liar cop.
It feels like the leg is going to come off along with the boot, but you're able to get the boot to move a centimeter or two. It's not completely useless. You're able to reveal a little more of the putrid polymer sock beneath the boot.
Let's try to twist.
This is the right method. It takes some time, but eventually the boots come off, with nasty slices of polymer sock stuck to even bigger pieces of skin and rotting flesh.
Das Boots. We got the boots.
Look, he's skinning the fucker up good. Puko style.
Hell, keep at it, pig.
Take stock of the damage.
The legs look like they've been clawed at by wild animals. As for the boots, you can't possibly do anything with them until you've cleaned and disinfected them thoroughly.
I guess that makes sense.
Yes, these absolutely need to be washed before. The stink is incredible.
Damn.
Didn't the Whirling have a kitchen?
Alright. Let's try to clean the boots. Alright. I'm quite pleased with that. That worked out well. Let's try to be in bed by... What time is it right now? $11:30. So if we can be in bed by 12, should be good. Get a full night's rest.
This industrial gas-powered stove has been used to prepare food for many hungry hostel guests. There are several pots and pans on hand. Getting the corpse residue out of these boots is going to require patience, and also a huge pot full of boiling water, soap, and white vinegar.
Let's check out the cleaning supplies.
There is a variety of soaps and bleaches in the cabinet to the left of the stove. There is also a bottle of white vinegar in the cabinet next to the fridge.
Getting the corpse residue out of these boots is going to require patience, and also a huge bottle of boiling water, soap, and white vinegar. Okay, so we need the vinegar.
It's bad with those boots. Don't be stingy now.
Let's do both. Soap and vinegar.
The delicious smells of cheap soap and vinegar waft up from the pot. All right now, chef. Light up the stove and boil them.
Let's check out the cookware.
A commercial pot draws your attention. It's very large, gigantic even. It could be used to make enough stew to feed an entire city, and also to boil a putrid pair of death boots.
Alright, let's add water and the boots to the pot, bring it to a nice boil.
The strong smell of vinegar forces you to step away from the pot. Slowly comes to a boil. Strips of polymer fabric and human tissue separate from the lining of the boots.
That's pretty gross.
They float to the bubbling surface.
That is really gross. Let's keep waiting.
The boots look cleaner and cleaner. Those bits of human flesh are beginning to look cooked. You can smell it too.
Can we have a snack on some of this human flesh?
Just like beef stew.
A little more?
That's it, chef. The boots are as clean as they're going to get. Steam, dense with the smell of strange meat, disappears into the vent above the stove.
Dump the sock and flesh stew and examine my new boots.
A pair of real beauties. The boots are shiny, hot, and reek of vinegar. Just perfect.
Sweet. Master Chef out. Let's leave.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Let's touch it.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older.
Okay. Maybe we can get through that side building? You know what, we're done. We're good to go. Let's go to sleep. And it's only 7 after 12, so... should get a good good night's sleep and get our health restored. Hopefully we'll feel better in the morning. Nothing else here. Let's check out these boots. See what we got. Okay, it's a physical instrument, nice. So what's the other shirt that we have? We've got conceptualization and -1 suggestion. Let's put this on. +2 authority, -1 composure. Let's leave them off for now. We can sell that. I can interact with this. Interesting.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their
I've already
crossing.
seen this.
Hundreds of fading. The pattern still kind of has an ethnic feel to it, but nothing familiar.
What's the meaning of this
For
tattoo?
you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance.
Okay,
Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Someone that knows about history. Who knows about history? Maybe that woman that was on the boat? Probably her.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why Friesel?
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Flip through the pages, see what catches my eye.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international development, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
What is Kunst und Kultur?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture.
All right.
Why they decided to title this one section in Valda is beyond you.
Okay, so Valder is a language.
As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS.
All right.
The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective.
What is this tip-top tournée?
The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing. If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll.
All right, let's see what these communists have to say about tip-top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
Holy. Wait, what's wrong with tip-top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships. And then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
What's wrong with a good motor crash? They just keep it interesting.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest.
Sorry, just adjusting my microphone.
At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real racers that you're really watching for.
Wow, you're right, I really am just in it for the violence.
You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tournée is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Let's see what they mean by local concerns.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Well, if you don't pay rent, you should be evicted.
Ah, this must be Gaston's handiwork.
Damn communists should have killed a lot of them when they had the chance.
One of the editorials proclaims that the more the forces of reaction attempt to crush the body, the more defiant the spirit of communism becomes. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Read the editor's note.
As you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée, unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel. La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership.
Kind of.
So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today.
But the thing
Yours
is,
in struggle, the editors.
you need to focus on a target audience. You can't just, write in general. I guess you could write in general, but it's good to focus on an audience. Because if they're passionate like what your writing is, then they'll keep coming back for more.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I want to catch up on international developments.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bear wrestling. Flip back to that.
Alright, let's see what this bear wrestling is all about.
It seems to be part of a new public fitness initiative in the People's Republic of Samara, SRV, devised and promoted by none other than President Kanajinsky himself. According to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, as he's affectionately known to his people, has recently decreed bear wrestling the national sport of the SRV.
Hang on, tell me more about this Uncle Sport.
Based on the description in this article, he appears to be an extremely competent and democratically elected president. Sapormat Sport Kanajinsky is well into his 3rd decade as president of the SRV. Outside Samara, he's known for 3 things: brutal repression of internal dissent, monumental corruption, and a near pathological obsession with physical fitness. Don't forget the moustache. Right, like all Samaran men above the age of 40, President Kanajinsky wears a truly spectacular walrus moustache.
Great, now let's get to the bear wrestling.
It's quite straightforward. A standard match features one man, or in some cases, woman, against one bear. 2 competitors, 1 ring. 5 rounds, or until incapacitation.
I can't imagine people going longer than a round with a bear.
According to the SRV's Ministry of Information, the program has been a tremendous success. Public support stands at 87%, and youth obesity and alcoholism rates are down 12% and 7% respectively.
Well, that's pretty good.
This is the SRV we're talking about. If you think those are the real numbers, there's probably a guy who wants to sell you a bridge in La Cherte.
You're probably right. Not sure I trust these numbers.
What are you, a statistician? Did the moral intern send you on a fact-finding mission? This is the SRV party line, comrade.
Anybody that's been in power for 3 decades, probably something shady going on. Always good to catch up on foreign affairs. Return to the table of contents.
You flip back to the front of the magazine.
The magazine away. All right. Good enough.
Kingdom of Conscience.
Oh, cool.
The Kingdom of Conscience will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs. Sometimes they stumble on one, like on a child's toy left on the carpet. The toy must be put away immediately, and the child reprimanded. Centrism isn't change, not even incremental change. It is control over yourself and the world. Exercise it. Look up at the sky, at the dark shapes of the coalition airships hanging there. Ask yourself, is there something sinister in moralism? And then answer, no. God is in his heaven. Everything is normal on earth.
So we gained moralist dialogue option heal +1 morale, learning cap for volition raised to 5, learning cap for logic raised to 5. Cool. That's very cool. I like it. Oh, so I think we only have certain spots. How do we unlock more? Oh, okay. I wonder if this happens at nighttime too. Let's do the Revacholian nationhood. Okay. Bedtime.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
I think it was 1 a.m., wasn't it? We spent like an hour reading that book in game time.
And then sleep doesn't come.
What? We can't sleep? Well, it's good to know that once you go to bed, it doesn't give you a choice as to like how long you sleep. You're forced to sleep however long the game makes you sleep.
And then sleep doesn't come.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the
Its
pillow.
synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly.
Let's check the blanket.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing.
roll over to the other side.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
No more thoughts. Fall asleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep, and images start forming.
Are we going to see these images? What? I was not expecting this. Hey, that's me. I'm hanging there.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
You said who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are.
You know who I am.
It's myself.
On the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
I left.
Oh no, Funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Or you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick, watching it go.
Alright.
Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
My mind is tired and broken.
Your mind is what now? I can't hear you. The rest is just a word dream. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
What? No.
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Hey, Mr. Din. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you as well. We're not quite there yet, but early wishes are always welcome. Your cat picture actually looks like my cat, Katya.
Good going, buddy.
Oh my god, what the hell was that?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
No, I can't take this. I'm not going to go looking for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
That's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Let's check the mirror.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Well, let's go for this 3% chance. Seriously doubt we're gonna get it, but...
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Cool, Robert. No worries, man. Oh, you're actually enjoying it. I heard somebody that watched the new Matrix and they hated it, so interesting hearing different perspectives on it. Let's let the mirror be for now.
The door is closed.
Let's just leave. I'm not gonna be knocking on that chick's door. Or hold on, is she the one? Maybe I do want to go back. Oh, there he is. Alright, I'm gonna take a 2-minute break or so. I'm gonna feed my cats and I'm gonna use the washroom and I'll be right back. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves. Alright, I've returned. Yeah, Mr. Din, this game is quite interesting. It's kind of like a mystery point and click adventure crossed with an RPG. Where am I? I'm in my living room in Canada. Or were you wondering where I was because I wasn't around? I was just feeding the cats and using the washroom. I have returned now. Alright, let's talk to Kim Kitsuragi. Like Broken Sword. I'm not familiar with a Broken Sword.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union must have turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Are these the men Gart told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about. And one big problem to replace it.
Why do we need to talk to them?
Everything points to the dock workers' union. The belt used for hanging him. Tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
Cool, I'll have to check that out. I'm not really a fan of point-and-click games, because so many of them, the solutions are, like, they don't make sense. Like, there's always a leap in logic to make connections, to make things work in a lot of point-and-click games. But this one, yeah, everything is, you know, it makes sense, like. So, maybe Broken Sword is similar to that. What do you mean, rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, there's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
There's so many of them, maybe we should call in reinforcements.
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Alright, let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Let's talk to this chick.
Just a moment.
The old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
The cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Good day, ma'am. Everything all right?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
Interesting.
The Union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Wait, what's wrong with the phone lines?
The manager was vague about it.
She frowns.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Why do you need to use the phone anyway?
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
She looks down.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
She glances out the window toward the bay.
More important than a missing expedition? I don't know. Expeditions often lead to something interesting.
Tell me more about Morel. Looks, character, your relationship.
Oh dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
What does your husband look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
You can't go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. If you want to find her husband, you'll need more concrete information.
Let's try again. If I were trying to meet him on the street, what would I look for?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
Okay, long white hair, that's easy to...
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
Thanks for doing that, Kim.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
How long have you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
How did the two of you meet?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident. And he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She smiles wistfully.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
I think I have all the information I need. Let's move on.
I hope I've been useful.
What is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
Well, the bridge is... You can't get across the bridge because the bridge is up. That's what's keeping them. Duh.
The waterlock. That was broken. Could this be it?
The water lock to the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
I really don't know.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, lady.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Not a problem, woman.
Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
What does that mean?
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here when or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Tell me more about this rare insect your husband is looking for.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
No, I want to hear about the insect.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
Ah yes, Phasmatodia, a diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially.
Very cool. So like stick insects or praying mantis.
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insular Indian coast.
Cool.
Hence its name, the Insular Indian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
She looks at you in the eye and nods thoughtfully.
To be honest, this animal sounds like a cryptid. You wouldn't happen to be searching for some kind of gnome of Jeroma, would you?
I smell pseudoscience, he's thinking. Not a big fan of that.
It's simply elusive. So much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
Establishment. I thought so.
Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
What makes you think the phasmid is around here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
So a newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have?
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insular Indian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Does it have cool powers?
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years, centuries even.
Cool. Okay, so about this stick bug then.
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special.
The woman's face flushes with embarrassment.
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
That's all for now, ma'am. So I'm supposed to pay this guy in the morning $20 for the night? I'm gonna hold on to my money. We can always sleep on the street or something. Oh, there's all those guys in that room.
You see a heavy steel door with
that's not what I wanted.
prominent dimpled lock.
Wanted to highlight this. What's this? The tomatoes are so thinly sliced you can see through them. Let's talk to the Polish dude.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Do you know what's behind that door?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
All right.
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective skin color. I'm still black, as you can see. Do you have any more keen-eyed observations?
Wow, you're kind of rude.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
Yeah, no kidding.
She's right. You're basically an epidermochromatic police officer.
I was just making an observation. I was reacting to stimuli.
Sure. Reacting to stimuli. I am not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
This chick's getting on my nerves. The voice sounds like Kratos. I can kind of see that, yeah. I can see that.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
You tell her, Kim.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everett sent to law school?
Are you Lizzie Elizabeth, Miss Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
She points to the tall man by the table.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face.
Easy Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
Enforcing violence? No, enforcing peace. Get it straight, woman.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
The tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Privatization is not unlawful, it's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historic individuals. I don't like that entirely. I don't know where you heard that, but it's wrong. The RCM is principled and strong, unlike you socialists. Okay, let's do this one. It's a bit aggressive, but...
Get sober. Do your job. Ask your questions and get the hell out of Martinez.
What a... See you next Tuesday. Alright, I should talk to Titus then. I ain't talking to Titus. Titus can go... somewhere and do something. I'll let you know if I come up with something clever. Alright, let's have a look at our tasks. I think first things first that we're going to do is, actually let's have a look at this. 76%, 28%, 6%. Oh yeah, we need to talk to the smoker at around 9 p.m. We need to check the door. So, the door... We could probably get the crowbar. Door, crowbar. Find that chick. The one for our, what's that called? Oh shoot, wrong button. For the art piece. Do we have the art piece listed here? We can send the body to processing. So door, crowbar, processing that chick. I think that's good. So door, processing. Okay. Let's start off with the body. Body's looking pretty mangled.
The man is decomposing visibly now. Every hour, he looks less like a creature and more like a pile of intestines. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Let's see if we can increase our perception. Let's look at the clothes. Nothing to increase our perception. We could always put it into one of these things. I kind of like this. How much do I want to actually... Okay, so we've got the door. We've got the crowbar, and we've got the... You know what? Let's put two things into this. Because I like this. See, hear, and smell everything. Let no detail go unnoticed. It'll come in handy at some point in time. I don't feel bad about putting in my skill points into it. We'll save one skill point for later because we're at 55 out of 100, so we might need to use one elsewhere. So let's just go with this.
The man is decomposing visibly.
We probably won't have a lot
Every
of
hour, he
chance
looks less
regardless,
like a creature
but
and more like a pile of intestines.
Anything is better than nothing, right?
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Yeah, 8%. You know what? It's low, but you know what? It's worth a shot. Let's do it.
You run your hands over
Darn
the
it.
victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Let's look under the fingernails like Kim already did.
His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them. That's all.
What I probably should have done was upgraded once and then upgraded a second time and get two chances at it, but whatever, it's too late now.
Do you think we missed something?
Yes, there's something we're not seeing.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okay, where do we find a fridge for the body?
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Right.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
I wasn't looking at you, you piece of trash.
Only if all else fails.
Kuno looks like he gets around. Knows Martinez. And its fridges too, probably.
Let's hurry then.
This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Alright, yeah, let's go for the fridge. The dude's accent is Scottish? It doesn't sound Scottish to me. I'll have to have a closer listen to it. Because I've worked with a few Scottish people and, they didn't sound like that. But then again, I also... maybe I just need to listen closer.
Can I help you?
I seem to be in need of a fridge.
Yes, yes. For the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right?
Yep.
Correct him.
No, we want to put a very important dead body into your fridge.
I don't care. You're not putting a dead body into my fridge.
Why?
Because this is a culinary establishment, not a morgue. I can't believe you even asked me.
It would only be for...
Lieutenant, you too? You're asking too? No. The answer is no. I will not turn this place into some kind of macabre circus.
Let's go talk to the Frit clerk.
Yeah, if you would have let me at least put the body in your fridge, maybe I would have paid for my bill. But now you can go shove it. You know what, let's grab the crowbar while we're here. I don't want a car disappearing on me so I can't get the crowbar.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A metallic drill slides out from under the seat.
Take the pry bar.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy, like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Push in the pull-out toolbox.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its...
There's a chick standing there. Or no, that's a dude.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Let's try this. Actually, no. Can we increase our empathy? I don't think so. No.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Hey Tommy, spill the beans. What's troubling you?
Man, nothing's troubling me. Just the usual Lorman tropes and hopes. The road and the rhymes. This jam ain't helping either.
He looks around.
That all the beans you got, Tommy? Damn. It really is hard to talk, man to man.
Cool. I'm probably going to be wrapping it up here soon, Robert, but glad to hear you enjoyed the movie. Got another darn bot. Let's get some money from our bottles.
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine,
Another
and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy...
No.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
She returns to her magazine.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Thanks for doing that, Robert. Much appreciated, dude. Let's proceed. I have some questions for you.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Do you have a fridge?
Mm-hmm. Right behind you.
You're right. This is a fridge. Wicked.
Yeah.
I need to store a corpse there.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm not joking. I need to store the corpse of the hanged man in your fridge.
Okay. It wouldn't even fit, you know.
Now that I'm looking at it, maybe a glass-doored fridge in a public grocery store isn't the best option for storing a corpse.
Pity, it would have been so beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know.
She returns to her magazine. Do I want to get 25 bucks for the fake check? I feel like that might be a bad idea. We can always come back and do that. Does Freight have a warehouse in the back of the Whirling in Rags?
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
This is important.
She scrunches up her face into an expression of consummate adolescent skepticism.
Fine. Frit does have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
How long has it been there?
I don't know, really long.
Yeah, she's useless.
Uh-huh.
For a brunette, she sounds like a blonde. Okay, let's talk to the stupid kids. Maybe they know where a fridge is. Alright. You know what, I've just got a sneaking suspicion that behind that door is gonna be a fridge. Let's try to break in. All right. So first things first, we need to tools. We need to equip it. Equip the pry bar.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
What? I can't use it? Are you serious? All right. Let's try to
The
push on
door
it.
does not budge.
All right. Well, so much for that theory. I think we're going to talk to Kuno, and then we'll wrap it up here. We'll get some information from him, and hopefully we'll get some information from him, and then we can think of what we're going to do next time. Alright, Kuno, you piece of trash.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Kuno, I need a fridge to stash the body.
For the fuck him. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing.
I thought you would. Where is it?
Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
He doesn't care about civic pride. I'll repay you for this information one day. Right now, the clock is ticking.
Kuno's clock's not doing shit. Kuno's got a fuckload of time.
There's nothing on his wrist.
Don't believe him, Kuno. He just wants to use your fridge.
Let's see if we can increase our rhetoric.
Wasn't going to. Kuno's not into bacon charity.
You can't turn Kuno into a little popo man.
Kuno doesn't...
So rhetoric is what we're looking for. Yeah, we have -1 rhetoric, so we can increase our rhetoric. So take off the bum hat. Okay, cool. Let's try it again. Actually, let's have a look at rhetoric. Maybe that's where we want to put some stuff in. Practice the art of persuasion, enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. You know what? I think it's worth it. Let's do it.
Fuck does Kuno care? For the fuck him. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
Alright, 83%. We should have this.
By killing in his territory, someone has openly challenged Kuno. It's in his best interest to put them in their place.
Some arrogant shit thinks he can kill in the Kuno's kingdom without asking the Kuno first? That sounds like lawlessness to me.
A dark flame smolders in Kuno's eyes as he ponders your argument. Wordless, like kings do.
This outlaw's fate is in your hands. Let's make an example of him. Help me locate him using fridge body technology.
Alright, Kuno hears you. See that shit house over there?
He points to the collapsed building with the bookstore.
A cold comes over you as you glance behind him at the crumbling colossus there, casting a shadow on you.
Yes, I see it. The big, tall one behind you.
You gotta get in that shit. In there, deep.
How do I get in the building again?
Through the bookstore. You gotta beg the book bitch. Used to be you could get in there through the doorbell, jam that shit. Book bitch changed that. Kuno doesn't beg, so Kuno doesn't go there anymore.
Beg the book bitch?
Yeah, book bitch, beggar. You stupid or something?
Kuno, I was starting to warm up to you, and then you have to say something dumb like that? I really wish there was an option to, like, smack him upside the head.
He means the bookstore. We have to ask... Plaisance is the mother of the little girl peddling books on the plaza. We have to ask Plaisance in the store.
I've got a good pimp hand that's looking to smack him upside the face.
Impressive note-keeping, Lieutenant.
See, the cloud gets it. Listen to your four-eyed friend.
What do you mean, in there deep?
Check the fucking basement, pig. Don't you know anything? Always check the fucking basement, recon style. There's a giant fridge down there. Fucking will fit, no problem. It looks like a white bear or some shit. Try not to piss yourself when you see it.
It looks like a white bear? Alright.
A white bear? A polar bear?
Thanks, Kuno. I don't want to thank him, but whatever.
You didn't hear it from Kuno, pig. But don't forget where you heard it from.
Kuno owns you now, pig. You're Kuno's property.
Shut the hell up.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
All right. I think this is a good place to end. Next time we'll try to get into the building, talk to the owner of the bookstore, and try to get her to let us in, and yeah, we can hopefully find that fridge and get the body in there. Yeah, I don't know what kind of a name is Kunoise. I think it's just a nickname, because he's Kuno, and the chick is Kunoise. Anyway, you're very welcome, Robert, and thank you all for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll be back on Sunday. I might be a bit late on Sunday because it's my mom's birthday, so I don't know, we'll see. I still want to stream it even if it's going to be a little bit late and for a little bit shorter, but hopefully I'll see you guys on Sunday. And yeah, that is all. Thanks for watching, take care, and have a good day, evening, or night, depending on where you are in the world and when you're watching this. Merry Christmas to everybody if I don't see you before then. And yeah, I got 12 days of Christmas starting on Christmas Day, so I'll be streaming on Christmas Day as well if anybody's looking to sneak away from the family and you know, not have to deal with them. Anyway, take care everybody. Bye-bye.